This is the first video in a series of 2 videos on gas and will discuss belching. Belching, also called burping, happens when stomach or esophagus fills with air. Escape of air from the stomach after eating with a few burps is normal. Swallowing of excess air into the esophagus and stomach is called aerophagia. In aerophagia, the patient may also complain of bloating of abdomen, gas and excess flatulence. Aerophagia can happen in the following situations: talking and eating at the same time, eating or drinking in a hurry, chewing gum or sucking on candies, and drinking through a straw. All this causes excessive swallowing of air. A poorly fitting denture can cause a lot of air to be swallowed when drinking or eating. Smoking of cigarettes, cigar and pipe. Chronic postnasal drip results in air swallowing. Postnasal drip is extra mucus felt dripping down the back of the nose and throat. It may be caused by allergies, dry air or an infection. Repeated swallowing of air into esophagus and then belching to release it is called habitual aerophagia. Belching may occur many times and up to 20 to 30 times in a few minutes. Swallowing of air may be voluntary or involuntary. Aerophagia is more likely to happen when the person is being observed. Belching due to habitual aerophagia usually disappears during sleep. Anxiety and stress are usually seen in patients with habitual aerophagia. Other conditions that can cause belching include acid reflux, which is also called gastroesophageal reflux disease or GERD. In this condition, acid backflows from the stomach to the esophagus. In this condition too, there are almost always other symptoms like heartburn and regurgitation. Functional dyspepsia, which I will discuss in another video. Slow down in stomach emptying, which is called gastroparesis and can be seen in diabetes mellitus after food poisoning. And finally, a mechanical obstruction or blockage of the intestine where there is usually vomiting. Management of aerophagia or excessive swallowing of air and belching includes avoid talking and eating at the same time, avoid eating or drinking in a hurry, avoid chewing gum and sucking on candies, avoid drinking through a straw, ensure that dentures are properly fitted, avoid smoking cigarettes, cigars or pipes. Antihistamines might be helpful in chronic postnasal drip if it results in air swallowing, especially if it is due to allergies. In habitual aerophagia, a type of psychotherapy called cognitive behavior therapy seems to help. Another form of therapy called speech therapy is also effective. See a doctor in the following situations if symptoms are suggestive of habitual aerophagia, if there is weight loss, heartburn or regurgitation suggestive of acid reflux, difficulty in swallowing, belching is troublesome and does not respond to above measures including lifestyle and diet changes.